I'm zoomed in. What's up, everybody? Man, I'm like way in. All up in my business. How y'all doing? Hopefully well. I'm doing pretty well. I've been to the doctor's like 57 times lately, and I got like probably 57 more appointments to go to. Had some issues and stuff, so haven't been feeling so well. So I haven't shaved. So forgive me for that. I'm a little disheveled right now. Forgive me for that. A little too bright as well. There we go. I like that a little bit better. But it is Horror Movie Monday. I have sent an invite to Mr. John. He's going to join us at some point here, hopefully. And we're looking forward to this week coming out, Death of a Unicorn and Working Man. Jenna Ortega, Jason Statham movies coming out this week. Looking forward to those. I am very, very excited for Working Man. I love Jason Statham movies. Death of a Unicorn, the first trailer I saw was like, you know what, whatever. Second trailer I saw was like very impressive. So very much looking forward to those. I was at the doctor earlier today and they moved. I hadn't seen this doctor in a few years or hadn't been to this clinic in a few years. This is a VA clinic and I've been going to like Kaiser Health. And so I've changed back to the VA and they moved. And so caught me off guard. But they moved like right next to a what do you call them? A Savers. So I have 4 pickups from the Savers today that I grabbed. Oh, and I forgot I have Funko Pops that I grabbed as well from Five Below. So we got to talk about those coming up tonight as well. But I hope everybody's doing wonderful. If you would hit the thumbs up button for me. And we're back second week in a row. I'm actually here on a Monday. There was a while where I was not. I was just way too sick. Excuse me. My health is not perfect, but we're going in the right direction. And I have a lot of drugs I'm taking, a lot of appointments, a lot of things going on. But hopefully we're back on track here. So thank you all for joining me. And let's say hello. Say hello to everybody here before maybe Mr. Ward joins us at some point. And we can dive in and talk a little bit more about the movies coming out this week. But Dominic Sinclair, what's up? How you doing? Gail, how you doing? What's up, bro? Hopefully you're doing well back there. Antonis, how you doing? Musashi, Michael McNally, what up? Liv, how you doing? Finally, the original Gangster Pimp is back to the room. I'm doing what I can. Wicked at work. I'm not. You know, I mean, there could be appointments and things in the future that make things goofy, but I'm trying not to schedule anything on Monday. I'm trying to make sure that I'm here for this. And this past week, I went and saw a movie with my daughter. It was one of the Skarsgård brothers and Anthony Hopkins, and that movie was called Locked. I wasn't sure what to expect. Love Anthony Hopkins. And we went to the theater Saturday night to see it. And it was okay. On a, man, I feel I'm like not cool with like the camera right now. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. On a 1 to 5, I give Locked a 2.5. It's right down the middle. It's not good. It's not bad. It had some issues. It had some fun moments. It was interesting. Not the most original concept. Basically, the gist of it is there's a guy breaking into cars. He's kind of a deadbeat. And one of the cars that he breaks into belongs to Anthony Hopkins' character. And he remotely like locks him in the car and does messed up things to him. And the movie is basically about him trying to get out of the car. So there's that. It's kind of not necessarily a one location film, but it was pretty much a one location film. So we saw that. It wasn't great. I couldn't rant on it, but it was. It definitely. It wasn't worth doing a review. I just didn't know how I felt about it. But I don't think I'll buy it. You know, it was okay. But the reason I bring up seeing that movie, what made me think of that was the fact that last night, my wife and I dropped off our daughter back down at Naval Base San Diego, and we will not be seeing her for the next 7 months as she is deploying on a ship to go sail the 7 seas. It's going to be tough. And it was a pretty tough evening, especially our son is in boot camp right now and our daughter's leaving. It's pretty tough. It is a pretty tough time, especially kind of dealing with some little health issues and stuff that I'm dealing with. So forgive me for being, semi-absent and stuff, but I'm trying to be here. As far as Locked goes, don't waste your money on it. If you want to watch it, check it out when it goes streaming. Jeff, what's going on, Jeff? How you doing? Just picked up Lucy. Nice. Thomas Jane, or it's Vamp Time. Gail, you are correct in mentioning that when you watch a Thomas Jane movie, it's
Vamp Time.
It is indeed Vamp Time. But for right now, it's John Ward time. Hello, John Ward.
Hey, everybody. Hi, hey, ladies and germs. How you doing?
Yeah. I am personally doing pretty well. I want to, before we go any further, I see Antonis, the legend. Antonis hooked it up with the $5 super chat. Do you want to mention that? Antonis says, I watched a first-time watch horror movie last night called Urban Legends Final Cut 2000. Have you seen it before? I don't remember. Yes. John, you're shaking your head. Yes, you've seen it?
Yes, it's the second film. It's the sequel to Urban Legend.
I don't think I've seen either.
There's 3 of them. The first 2 are really good. The second one is or I'm sorry, the third one is
Okay, like so the first 2 are worth watching, huh?
Yes, the first one is the best, and then the second one. The second one it's done by John Ottman, who's a music composer. He's done a ton of horror movie soundtracks, but he's also an editor. He's also a director. And so he did the second one. And so that's why I like that one. Yeah, he's done he did like the music for Halloween H2O. He's done a ton of stuff. And nice. But I enjoyed both of them. Yeah. They're like Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. It was during that time period.
Right on. Well, let me get caught up. I was working on the comments here. Barbara, how you doing? Good to see you. Jeff, what's up? Gail. Oh yeah, we said Gail, the Deep Blue Sea one there. VML 3615. What up? Nice to see you back. Not sure if I missed. John and I were live last Monday. And that's it. Otherwise, there hasn't been a video in a month. Last Monday was a bit of a struggle. The computer was goofing, the program was goofing and stuff. So it was a little rocky start, and I was struggling a little more with my voice last week. So you just missed one. But Working Man looks great, and thank you, VML. Thank you for that. And I agree. Working Man does look phenomenal. John, are you excited for Working Man?
I will watch anything with Jason Statham in it.
Agreed. Which
I am a simp for Statham. Simping for Statham.
Just watched something with Statham we'll talk about here in a minute. A first-time watch for me. Do you think Jenna Ortega will have a long-term career as an actor, or will she burn out like Denise Richards? I don't think so. It's a different day and age. Denise Richards was kind of from the cocaine era, and I don't think Hollywood is quite such a party place anymore. And as long as Jenna Ortega doesn't marry a winner, I think she'll be okay. Jenna Ortega should not marry Charlie Sheen, is what I'm saying, or hook up
Has
with
there
Charlie
been rumors?
No, but Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen were a couple,
Uh,
and they did a lot of winning and cocaine, and so I think Jenna Ortega is going to be fine. Thoughts, John? Jenna Ortega, will she have a great career, or will she burn out like Denise Richards?
No, I think that she is poised to have a very good career because she is one of these people. She's the exact opposite of Rachel Zegler. She actually says stuff that makes sense. So
Yeah,
it's even though she may like on Wednesday, she talked. She would tell the director or the camera people or the script people like, "Well, Wednesday wouldn't do this," or "Okay, well, we need to do this." But the stuff that she seems to talk about makes sense.
yeah,
And, unlike, Rachel Zegler, who wishes everybody pain, Zegler or,
yeah.
Jenna, she seems to do things that are more film talk, instead of insulting people. So as long as she, keeps doing what she's doing, I think that she'll have you know, a good career.
I agree, and so I think Jenna was caught in a pretty tough situation a while back with Scream 7, with the departure of Melissa Barrera from Scream 7. Jenna Ortega then came out and said, well, due to scheduling conflicts, I'm going to back out as well. So it's kind of funny because that basically shelved the entire film and it all got rescheduled anyways. So we know it's really, I feel like it was Jenna kind of sticking up for Melissa without getting involved in the politics of it. And so
Yes.
I like the way Jenna handled it by, in leaving. I would not have had a problem seeing Jenna come back. I do like the direction of going back toward Neve Campbell as opposed to Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera, the new sisters. Which I mean, okay, how many more movies in the Scream franchise are we going to get with Neve Campbell? We're going to have to deviate to a younger, sisters or whatever, or appeal to a younger audience at some point. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe this is Nev's last movie. Maybe she does too. Maybe this is the last Scream forever. I doubt that. But I think I understood the idea of going toward the younger sisters. I did not like Nev not being involved in 6 at all. But the long story short, I'm okay with Jenna exiting, and it works out because it would have been weird to have one sister and not the other sister after seeing both of them in part 5 and 6. So I think it worked out, but I do think Jenna played that correctly, and I do think that is the smarts of her. Now, whether that was her being smart or that was her PR people saying, be careful. You don't want to go down like Rachel Zegler or one of these idiots out talking out their ass. So I do like the way that she handled her exit. And that's, people like Rachel Zegler. They are bomb magnets now. And so Snow White, I don't know. It was at 70 something million last night.
Something like that for that amount worldwide is a massive bomb. That's what it should have been making just domestically. So it is a massive bomb. And to kind of put in my 2 cents with the Scream thing is I do think that that she did the right thing by just saying that I have a scheduling conflict, because that didn't piss anybody off, but we all knew what she was doing. And it does leave it open to where if after this Scream, if she does want to come back, she can. And so then they could say, well, this is the last one with Sydney. This is going to be the last one with her. And then you could have her her come back, because she's not stupid. She's even said, somebody asked her and said, would you like to see a female James Bond? And she went, no, why can't we have our own heroes? You know, why do we have to gender swap something? Why can't we just create a female super spy? Why does it have to be a female James Bond? Why does it have to be Jane Bond? And she said that in an interview. And I thought, oh, okay, great. And she's completely
refreshing
correct on that.
Yeah.
So I think that she's smart, and she's staying out of a lot of this stuff, which is the bright thing to do.
Yeah. So, and looking at the numbers right now, Hollywood Reporter, as of a half hour ago, says that Snow White was estimated to take in 43 million domestically. They had an estimation. Oh no, it was expected to clear 100 million, but it took in 43 million domestically and like another 42 million internationally for $87.3 million opening weekend for a film that had a budget of 270 million. So a $270 million film, they need to make about like 500 million before they're really breaking even, because after you look at all the other expenses of getting it out in theaters and the promotion and the advertising, that 270, that doesn't count post, once the film is done, the promotion and all the different things that go involved. So they really need to get to like 500 million before they're really breaking even. And they're not even at 100 million after the opening weekend. So
I'm very happy about that. Yeah,
me too.
I absolutely love it. And of course, the simps are out there saying that we're wrong, that it's a great movie and she does a great job, and that it's Disney's best, live adaptation, which I still think is crap. If it's live, you don't have animated stuff in it. That's like Lion King, the live adaptation. No, it's not. They're still animated. It's just a different way of animating something. So when you have animated animals and the entire film is shot on a green screen in a studio, and you only have one shot in a forest, that's not live. That's still animated. It's all fake. It's all, and it's, this sounds mean, but I don't care. I want Rachel Zegler to fail. I absolutely 100% want her to fail.
Yeah.
And I really hope nobody gives her work anymore. I know she's in London. She's doing a play. She's doing Evita. I guess she has a good voice. I hear auto-tune, but people say that she does, so maybe that's what she should be doing. But I really want her to. I want her to fail.
And I want her to fail as well. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out and paint swastikas on her car or light her business on fire, but I do want her to fail. So she is just an unsavory person. So I will never support anything she does.
And she admits to this stuff. You could see that, or hear in these past interviews, that there's something in her brain. It's not the person that would just go out into the open and yell penis. I don't know. I forget exactly what that is. That Tourette's. She doesn't have Tourette's.
Oh.
She does say that she's a narcissist. She already said that on like Conan O'Brien or something like that. She said that she was a narcissist. And then she did that really weird apology video that was kind of an apology, but not really an apology, where she said that, everybody will still stand in a line to see her movies. And it was, it was stuff like, West Side Story, where she told Spielberg, do not subtitle it. If people don't know Spanish, then they shouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
And Shazam 2, the interviewer on the red carpet asked her, why did you do this movie? And she said, I have bills to pay.
So screw you.
Yeah. And she's just such a and then wishing every Trump supporter and Elon Musk and Trump, and Trump himself and all that, just to be, to have like a horrible life.
Yeah.
You know,
I would invite her to go live in Mexico and go do your thing. Not to get all political, but this is you're looking at, especially if you're going to get involved in a superhero movie, this is, you have a fan base. Look at what your fan base is. Your fan base, maybe a good amount of them speak Spanish, but maybe that's 20%. You need to cater to the fan base and not basically say fuck them if they don't like it. Tough. She needs to pull her head out of her ass. And either way, she's burnt her bridge with me. I won't support her no matter what. If I find out she's going to be involved in a franchise that I love, well, then so be it. My opinion of that franchise will change. It's frustrating. But anyways, Snow White is sucking. That's great. We're happy about that. Fluffy. Whoa, where'd I go? Son of a bitch.
It's Rachel Zegler. She's trying to get in here. Oh, I guess it's just me. I guess he's gone. I don't think it's van time yet. I can't do anything. So,
my camera, it just like last week, I don't know, something is up with this program, and it is the StreamYard is being a real dickhead. But Fluffy had mentioned something about
it's vamp time.
It is indeed vamp time. Yes. It's spooky ghost time, taking out my camera. Second week in a row, it's giving me shit. That's a bummer.
I think it's Rachel Zegler. She heard what you said and she's trying to hack in.
It is. Nocturnal, what up, Nocturnal? How you doing? Let's see here. Fluffy says, I'm proud of her and her brother. Who are you talking about, Fluff? Does Jenna Ortega have a brother? Is that who you're talking about? Let's see here. House of G fam. What's up, House of G fam? Let's see. Robert C is in the house. What up, Robert? How you doing?
Hey.
And Antonis says Jason Statham's movies are fun, but not good. What? Bam! 2 thumbs down on that comment, Antonis. We love Statham movies. See, here's the thing, and I kind of wanted
Statham's movies. Wait, what did that say? Oh, they're good. Wait,
are fun, but not good. A lot of people say.
Now a lot of people would say because you haven't seen them, so you're trusting other people's opinions, or what exactly is that?
Well, I think he's just making the statement that that they're fun movies, but they're not great movies. I think who or where people is irrelevant. I get
well, the people would disagree with that because Beekeeper was a huge hit.
Yes. So some of Jason Statham's movies have flown a little under the radar compared to, they haven't been as big in mainstream. I mean, Beekeeper was extremely popular. But some other movies, maybe like Safe, which has a 6.5 star rating out of 10 on IMDb, is a phenomenal score. Safe is a great movie. Killer Elite is a great movie, and that has a 6.4. Blitz is a great movie with a 6.1. The Mechanic, 6.5. That's a great movie. His movies are very good. They're well put together. They are a lot of fun, but I do think they don't get the publicity, or maybe they don't make the money that some others do. I would say that, not that they're not good.
I think, and I've said this for a while about him, I think he makes the same movie over and over and over again. But we all love Jason Statham so much that we do not care. The Beekeeper is no different than The Mechanic. The Mechanic is no different than Killer Elite. They're all the same movie. It's all about X died or got kidnapped, and then he has to go take revenge or rescue the person. And this is for Gail. I did watch, and I have it sitting right here. I did watch Expendables 4. I'm sorry, X End Bull X End for Bulls. There we go. Last night,
Expendables 4.
yeah, and it's and Statham is great in it. He's really good. But man, is this movie? They should have stopped with part 3. This should be called Expendables CGI. The entire movie is freaking CGI.
I heard it was pretty bad. I haven't seen it.
She takes over. Megan Fox takes over.
Oh,
because Stallone is only in the first part and in the last part, and then Statham goes off by himself, and then she takes over the group and becomes the boss. And I don't really know how. You got poor Dolph Lundgren over here, who's like been with the series since the beginning and is personal friends with Stallone, and he gets stuck way over here in the corner. No, he should be here. He should be running the group. But man, it was entertaining. I was never bored, but man, was it CGI. Man.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the franchise. I've seen the first one and that's it. I just haven't cared. But going back to Beekeeper for a second, Beekeeper had a budget of 40 million and it grossed 162 million worldwide. So it was a success. Yes. Now, 162 million isn't like a Marvel movie or something, but that's a good movie. And it was very fun. But I don't think people go to see those movies. They're not, I mean, Beekeeper is not something when you go to the movies with the family that you're going to go see. It's maybe couples or single guys or whatever that are going to go see these, but they are very well put together. They may not make $1 billion like all movies, but they have a narrower target audience. And I think that impacts how they do or how they're perceived or where they're advertised. But Statham movies are great. But that brings me to an interesting thought that I kind of thinking about Working Man coming out this week. Yes, and I love the fact that you brought up the point for me that Jason Statham, the movies, a lot of them are the same, just like Liam Neeson. Where his movies, it's all the same, but it's on an airplane or it's on a subway or it's in a truck, or it's here, it's there. I Have a Special Set of Skills movies are great, probably his best, but the rest of his movies, I struggle to watch some of them. Now, the one Up All Night or Run All Night, I think, was great. A Walk Among the Tombstones was great. You can make a great movie, even though it's kind of a lot like all the other movies you've made. It just has to be unique in the setting and who the character is. But if you give us a good setting, some good drama, we'll sit and watch somebody kick ass for an hour and a half all week long. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on Liam Neeson? Do you, because I kind of put him in Statham in that same like subgenre of like action films.
I like Liam Neeson. I own a lot of his movies. For a while, I was just collecting movie after movie after movie whenever he'd come out, The Commuter, and he'd go to something else. And I was picking up everything that he was doing. And then he started doing some bombs that I just didn't like, some direct to video stuff that I wasn't a fan of. But I do like him. And overall, I do like his action movies. I do think they're kind of, I don't know. I think Statham is on a different level. I think people know exactly what you're going to get with Statham, and that's what they like. It's safe. It's easy. But with Liam Neeson, he did one that took place in the snow and it just wasn't very good. It was one that maybe came out a couple of years ago. I'd have to look to see what it's called. But for a while, he was doing stuff that I was just all on board with. I mean, he did one on The Commuter was really good on the train. And then he did one that was similar called Nonstop that was on a plane. And I liked both of those. So they were just kind of the same movie, but
see, and that's why I haven't seen either of them. Because I'm just like, they're going to be the same movie. One's on a train, one's on a plane. But you know, I mean, if you want a good action movie or scratch an action movie itch, they're good to go to. But that, I think, is probably the difference. You mentioned the point of Neeson doing some straight to video stuff where he's done, it seems like, a lot more than Jason Statham, and he's done a lot more shitty movies where maybe Jason Statham is either not getting offered the roles or maybe he's a little more selective. But I don't know. I enjoy Jason Statham movies. I will watch them. And that brings me to, we'll knock out a couple more comments, and then I want to talk about these pickups that I got right here.
Well, let me say one last thing about Statham. Okay. And I think Gail was the one who brought it up. Wrath of Man is probably his best movie. It is such and it's a Guy Ritchie film. It is such a great film. And it is dark. It is gloomy. It's got a great soundtrack. It's beautifully directed. Statham is just a beast in that movie. And it's bloody. And I mean, it is good. I mean, and I've seen it maybe 3 times now. I could watch it right now and not have a problem with it. It is a great film. And I think Gail brought up like Unknown. Was that it? Yeah, I think Unknown with Liam Neeson. And that's a good one too, where he has the amnesia. Yeah. But Wrath of Man is that a good movie?
Yeah. I had because, and this is, I guess, the proof in the pudding right here. Because all of his movies kind of seem a little bit similar, I had to go back to look at Wrath of Man to see which one it was. So looking at the trailer right here, like, yes, I agree. It is a very, very good one. Yes. I am like way behind, 20 minutes behind in the comments now. So I'm going to try and get caught up. If I missed some, I apologize. Jordy, what's up? Let's see here. Snow White was doomed to fail. Disney lost its way years ago. Agreed. It's John time. Yes, there you go. NG, what's up? How you doing? Cody House of Geek, what's going on, homeboy? How you doing? Officially purchased Wet Movie One's flight a few weeks ago. He's coming to the old Bammer Jammer. That looking forward to that. Seeing Wet Movie One hanging out in Alabama. That's going to be interesting. Mr. Bones, what's up, Mr. Bones? How you doing? And Tona says, did you see all the horror news we got today? We got news on quite a few horror movies. I heard some rumblings and some things. We're gonna kind of dive into that here in a minute. It's funny. I sometimes I get through the comments really quick. Other times it takes a while. But let's see here. Beekeeper was a good movie. I agree, Robert. Do certain films succeed because connected to an audience very well through unique marketing? I think so. The marketing has a lot to do with how movies do. If you know, and actors can come out and say dumb stuff and just kill them. Gray. So is Gray the movie you're thinking of? With yes, okay.
No, but Gray's a great movie. That's the one with it's Joe Carnahan directed that one, and it's Liam Neeson that's really good with the wolves.
So, now the one that Liam Neeson did in the snow, then is that the one where he was driving the semi truck?
No, that's as my buddy Cliff would say, old man driving truck is what the title of that film should have been. No, this was Ice Harvest or something. What was? I'll look it up while you do your thing.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Let's see. How's the G-Fam says, anyone else notice how Liam Neeson barely grieves after his wife's death in Love Actually? Liam maybe shines more in action movies. Yes. And it's interesting because Liam Neeson came out and said that at certain point, I think maybe he's already done, but he was retiring from action movies. So we'll see what he does. But There's a lot of movies where the grieving period is way too short. So I won't fault him for that more than maybe the director or the writers. Steve Mayers, what's going on? Good sir. We'll try this again.
It's vamp time.
Oh yeah,
It's vamp time.
Twice, and my camera didn't even cut out. Perfect. Jennifer Half, what's up, Jennifer? How the heck are you? I am doing well. And Jennifer, I apologize for missing so much time, but my health has been crap over the last couple months. But back at it, feeling pretty good, and dealing with things. Still got some stuff to deal with health wise, but doing much better. And I'm enjoying hanging out with John and you all tonight. Mr. Bone says, looking at Neeson's IMDb, I think Statham has way better filmography. Plus, he's a badass martial artist, so I like him more. And I think if I had to pick, I would definitely pick Statham over Neeson. But
here it is.
Okay, but with Neeson, if you look at like Schindler's List is absolutely phenomenal. Neeson has done some really good movies. And I like Run All Night. Like I said, he's done some stuff that is very good that I would argue maybe Liam Neeson's best movie is better than Jason Statham's best movie. But I think Statham has many more great movies. So, but I mean, like the Taken franchise, Taken 2, pretty good. Taken 3 can fuck off. But anyways, you look at at those and Run All Night. I know I said that a couple times. Silence. What's the one he did not too long ago with where he was back in Ireland? In the Land of Saints and Sinners, I thought was great. So he has some great stuff, but I would give the nod to Statham.
Liam Neeson was not an action hero until Star Wars. He was a dramatic actor, Michael Collins and Schindler's List, and he was a dramatic actor. He didn't, and all of a sudden he gets in Star Wars, and now he becomes this action star. So he has a lot more movies behind him. I don't think Statham has any dramas, like a true drama.
Yeah.
He has a wife who's suffering from cancer, and he has to be, I don't think he has any of that. So
yeah, I don't know that I would want to see Statham in a drama.
I mean, granted, he would kick cancer's ass, but Well, the film that I'm thinking of with Liam Neeson is this thing called Cold Pursuit. And it is, I bought it. I heard bad reviews. It doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it a comedy? Is it a drama? No idea. Is it an action movie? No idea. It is very confusing, and it's just not a very good movie. Honest Thief, which he made afterwards, is also another confusing one. It's not a bad film, except that they decide the film would be over in 10 minutes if the writers knew that buildings have cameras.
Yeah.
And I hate when they do that. Oh, well, we'll just say that cameras don't exist. And then that way we could continue the movie. So that really irritated me. But I don't think he's retired at all because, I mean, he is doing this film called Cold Storage. He's doing the Ice Road 2.
Yeah. Well, he just announced that at some point he was retiring. I don't know what that date was or whatever, but I Cold Pursuit, after looking at it, I do remember that movie, and I like elements of it reminded me of The Shining with like the snowmobile thing and stuff. And the movie as a whole did not, but in the snow and stuff, I mean, that is what I'm referencing there with The Shining. But that movie, you're right, because that movie, I'm like, I wanted to love that movie. It's so much potential, but then it kind of fell flat. And yeah, it didn't know really what it wanted to be.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating film. So that's where I think I kind of fell off.
Mm,
It was just
yeah.
like, and then I just kind of got turned off by it.
Yeah. Yeah, I stuck it out. I've watched it all the way through and it was okay, but Cody says, Lord, no one came to see Snow White at my theater. Kids were still watching Dogman. Yeah, you know what? I saw a picture somebody posted from a theater. It was 8 p.m. showing on a Saturday night, and not one ticket in this theater had been sold. Not one for Snow White. So that is very funny. Liam Neeson and Darkman. Yeah, Darkman's okay.
Yeah, Darkman is great. Yeah.
Gray plane movie, plane crash, fight of wolves. Are we joking, Gail? Mixing together a bunch of movies?
No, that's the Gray.
Oh, is that the okay?
There's the plane crash, and he and the survivors have to fight wolves up in like the Antarctic.
Taken and the Equalizer remind me of each other. So, and I love the Taken franchise. Like I said, the third one is but the first one in particular is great. Equalizer, the first one is great. The second one is pretty damn good. I would say Taken 1 and Equalizer 1 on the same level. Taken 2 and Equalizer 2, same level. Taken 3 is down here, where Equalizer 3, I think, is just as good as a sequel as Taken 2 or as Equalizer 2. So I think Equalizer had more staying power, but I love both those franchises. John, where are you at? What Taken and Equalizer?
I own all the Taken movies, but I've only seen I've seen the second Equalizer too. I think I haven't seen the third, okay. But I am a huge fan of the Queen Latifah Equalizer show.
You suck. I hate your guts. Oh man, yeah. I
it's
have
had like 5 seasons, so
I refuse to watch.
People like it. It's still on. See,
yeah,
that's the difference. You can have Denzel Washington replace the white actor from the original series. And you know why that's okay? Because we love Denzel Washington. He's not a dick. He doesn't go out and sit there and say, I hope you all die because you voted for somebody that I don't agree with. And it's because we love it. Just like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman can play God, and we accept it. We love it because he's Morgan Freeman. He's awesome.
Oh, now you're saying God isn't black? Oh, you're a racist.
Well, he's more brown. Really. He's more brown.
I'm kidding. Jeff says Neeson is a better actor overall. I think Neeson has better range than Statham. Yeah. Neeson's probably a better actor, but Statham you go to when you just want to watch someone beat people senseless. 100%. And there's been times where I'm like, I'm on like an action kick right now where I've just been tired a lot lately. And so I need something to keep me going so I don't fall asleep. For example, I started watching Freddy versus Jason. I made it about 20 minutes and I was out fucking cold. So I'll finish it, but God.
Well, you would message me saying that I thought that they fought, and they do. They do fight together. It's just near the end.
Yeah.
You gotta build it up and keep that at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it, but I'll get there. But yeah, I am just not a fucking Freddy fan. I'm just not. Let's see here. So Mr. Bone says, like Scott Adkins, I don't think anyone has ever said he's a terrific actor, but he's a badass martial artist, and I'm a huge fan. I love watching him. There you go. Look at this. Anthony, what up, Anthony? How you doing? What up, legends? Glad you're feeling better, OGP. Well, and thank you very much. I am. I was at the doctor a few days ago. Cortisone shot right here. And I was at the doctor today. Man, you should see. I think I have like 5 prescriptions and then 2 other, like a vitamin C, another multivitamin that I have to take every day now. The medicine cabinet is getting full, but I got some things going on, but at least I'm able to talk and hang out and have a good time. So, but good to see you, Anthony. Hopefully you're doing well. And Anthony, we do. Maybe we need to get together and do a mid-season recap of. I almost want to say The Punisher because all I care about is The Punisher, but Daredevil. Man, it's been good, but with Bernthal showing back up, wow. So, John, have you been watching Daredevil?
You know, I'm going to make you jealous right now. I was going to save this.
If you pull the Daredevil movie out, I'm so not going to care at all. Oh, you got a Daredevil. Is that what is that a whole season?
So it's Joe Lujan and we got it. This is how I also got.
I was going to say, because I don't think they released that on physical. What are you doing over here?
So Joe introduced me to this, and then I started doing it, and then Cliff started doing it. So this is the it's probably from like Japan or China, someplace, because it's seasons 1 and 2, and you can see it's got the other language there.
Okay.
And it's got a beautiful, kind of like feels like his suit box cover to it. And Joe ordered, let's see, and it's all in like a different language there. But it's in English, and you can't get these over here. And like what I said on one of my videos is, if I want it, I'm going to get it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll order it from Taiwan.
Where did you get
English.
that then?
Did
Joe order it for you?
Joe ordered X amount, and then they said if you can get one for free, so he got this for me.
Ooh, yeah, I need that in my life. That is pretty cool. I am jealous of that. Yes, I thought you were going to pull out the Benifer movie, and I was like, no, don't care.
Nope, I own 2 versions of that one, the director's cut and the theatrical cut.
I still need to watch it. Man, yeah. OGP, are you going to spank John? I don't think I'll spank him, but
No.
I will be very jealous. I'll leave the spanking to Wet Movie 1 and John.
That is our thing
going on last week. Yes. But Anthony wanted to do a show talking about Daredevil a couple weeks ago, but I was so under the weather I couldn't. And I thought, now that, we're kind of like halfway through the season or whatever, I was like, well, I don't want to start a recap show, on episode 3 or episode 4. If we're going to do like a post-watch show reviewing, post-watch live stream reviewing the show, I'd like to do that from the beginning of the season all the way through. So maybe with whatever the Punisher is, we'll have to do that. But still, maybe like a midway through the season. I'll hit you up, Anthony. But thanks for dropping in. Good to see you. And let's see here. So let's see. Is Freddy versus Jason considered an action horror? I don't know. I guess. A horror. It's a horror.
I think just horror.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Man, this box is broken. Son of a bitch.
Don't forget, Statham is funny too, like Snatch of the Italian Job. No. And that's another thing we like about Statham is some of his comments are pretty funny. But I think in most action movies, you need that one, the one-liners or something to get a little laugh at. But so I did. I mentioned earlier that I went to Savers because it was right next to my my new doctor's office. And I picked this up. This is called London. And it says a film about love and her victims. And London, it's not about the city. London is the name of the character played by Jessica Biel. This stars Chris Evans, Captain America, Jason Statham, Jessica Biel. It's got Louis C.K. and Dane Cook and a few other people. So it's got a great cast. And gosh, I forget this other girl. She looks so familiar. I just can't remember her name. But anyways, I wasn't sure, but this is Jason Statham right here with hair. So it's back in the day. Movie starts out with Jason Statham and Captain America doing a whole bunch of blow, and it goes from there. They go to a party and stuff. It is a very funny movie. Oh, and Tom Araya, lead singer of Slayer, makes a cameo in it, and he's wearing a shirt that says "fucker." I love it. I need a fucker shirt. But this is a very, very good movie. Very funny. There is a little bit of action and craziness at the end, but it's more of I don't want to call it drama, but comedic drama, crazy movie. But London, highly recommend it. I love it. This was a blind pickup for me today at Savers. I saw Chris Evans, Jason Statham. I was sold. And I watched it this afternoon, and it's very good. I give it 1 to 5. I give it 4 stars. I think it's a very good movie. I highly recommend everybody check out London. And John, you and I talked about this. You have not seen this, but you do own it, right?
I own it. I went on a Jason Statham buying frenzy when I was at Zia Records. So I just bought a ton of films with him in it, and that was one of them.
Okay. Well, yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. It is.
I will watch it. Now, when I saw that you had that and that you were going to be showing your stuff off, I included War is one that I just got.
Ooh, nice. Good movie. Yep.
With Jet Li, and it's got its slipcover. And
Nice.
And then I also picked this up because I have it on Blu-ray, but I don't think it's unrated. And that's Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. This has it's locked and loaded director's cut, unrated. And I think my Blu-ray is the theatrical version.
Oh.
So back in the day, before this came out, when I was living in Marin County, Northern California, there's a little theater called the Lark. And that's where all the art movies played. And my date and I went there to go see that movie, Elizabeth. And we noticed, well, wait, why isn't Elizabeth playing? Because there was a screening of this.
Oh.
And Guy Ritchie was there and tried to convince us to see this movie. And we said no. We came to see Elizabeth. That's before Guy Ritchie was a thing. That's before any of this was a thing. It just, no, we don't want to see some other movie. We came to see Elizabeth. And we left.
Ooh. And you're filled with a lifetime of regret.
Yeah, now it's like, fuck. Because who knows who else was there? It might have not just been him. It could have been some of the other people.
Right.
So I'll have to check this out because I've actually never watched this.
I am happy to report that I was able to peel off my Saver sticker intact without leaving a bunch of gunk and residue. First time ever. Maybe Savers changed their stickers, but I'm very happy about that.
Yay!
Christian's in the house. What up, Buckaroo?
Hey,
bros?
Christian.
Got a couple Chinese versions of The Substance and Cuckoo and Napoleon as well. Nice. I'm man, Substance is one. I know it's out already. I got to add that to my collection. Cuckoo, I started watching. I fell asleep. I got to go back to it. Have you seen Cuckoo yet from last year?
No, I didn't know what it was about. Then I saw the trailer recently and said, yeah, I'd like to see this. I also want to see Napoleon because it's supposed to be so god awful that I do want to watch it. Like historically, it has about as much accuracy as Braveheart, which is none.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, Anthony, very cool. I will hit you up, bro. We will maybe we'll watch this week's episode and then try and get something together later in the week after we all have a chance to see this week's episode and do a review of it. That would be epic. I'll hit you up. Episode 4, Daredevil with the Punisher in it was awesome. Robert, you are not lying, sir. You are not lying. Let's see here. Oh, go ahead, John.
I was disappointed.
You suck. So now the first 3/4 of the episode was kind of slow and frustrating, but once the Punisher showed up, I'll just say, and I don't want to dive too far into it because we're going to talk about it in a different video, but that scene with Bernthal and Charlie Cox, that was probably the best acting in any Marvel TV show or movie ever.
You haven't seen the Marvels.
Their chemistry in that scene. I mean, they've always been good together.
No,
Cox and
it's a great scene, except that so there's a 7-year gap between the shows.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and it says it's 7 years. So I guess anything could happen and maybe we'll get some backstory. But when you end the Punisher on its second season with him in the full coat, the skull, the machine guns, and he's shooting everybody and he's going full Punisher, only then to see him in a basement with a big beard all burnt out, that made me mad. I didn't want my introduction to the Punisher in this new show to be that way, even though it is a good scene that I wish happened later.
Yeah.
I wanted Punisher out there.
But the Punisher's always kind of been like a reluctant hero. And so I think for him to go like, I'm taking a back seat, or, I'm doing this, maybe, like you said, hopefully we get some more backstory to it. I would really hope for that. I do want that. We'll see. And Marvel has been very good with, kind of jumping around in timelines to explain things. They haven't always, but we can hope there's a possibility that they will give us that backstory of how he got there. But I do love how Bernthal and Charlie Cox said the way the show was going, this sucks. We're not doing this. And then so Marvel got their head out of their ass. Disney, corrected themselves and, put forth something that they could both get behind. And so far, all in all, very happy with the show.
It's The Sopranos. It's. I don't need to see Fisk and his wife going to a therapist.
Yeah,
I don't care. I want Fisk to be killing people. I don't want him to be completely cucked by his wife.
Well, and that's where I think, especially the tease at the end of episode 4, I think we're on that trajectory. We're just seeing Fisk trying to be a better person. But anyways, let's save all that conversation for another show. We do need to talk about that. Deadpool Fanatic, what's up? Gail, yes, remind everybody, hit that thumbs up if you would. House of G-Fam says Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is one of Statham's first movies, so it's good. Totally worth the watch. Nice. Kevin Hampton, man. Kevin, it is so good to see you. Been a little while. I hope you're doing well, sir. Kevin, one of absolute channel legends. Great to see you in the mix here. Cuckoo had an interesting plot, but I have mixed feelings on it. I've heard some people were not too happy with it. So we'll see about that. Maybe John and I will watch it and do a review at some point. So you had mentioned a couple items there. So let me mention another one that I picked up today. This one, especially, it's kind of interesting because of things going on and current events in the world. I didn't know that Kevin Costner did this movie in addition to JFK. Now, maybe there's issues with the story of being accurate with the JFK movie, but 13 days with JFK, kind of leading, going on during the Cuban Missile Crisis there. I've not seen this. I did not know this existed, but I saw this for $2.99 at Savers. I feel like, John, this is a movie you have probably seen.
I have seen it. I own it. It's a good film, but it follows, again, it's not exactly correct, but it's a good film.
Okay. Well, and so for me too, with movies, I'm not looking specifically for a history lesson. Although when you're doing a movie about like the Cuban Missile Crisis, you kind of want it to be pretty accurate. So that's a little frustrating. But Kevin Costner and it doesn't say who the other actors are. I forget. But, having a story about, Robert Kennedy and, John F. Kennedy during that time is something that I'm interested. Would you offhand be able to give it a score, like on a 1 to 5, what you would think, John?
I haven't seen it for years, but I would probably at least out of 5, I'd probably give it at least 3.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah,
I love
it's
all things JFK.
it's good, except that I believe from what I remember is Costner is an advisor, and I don't think in real life he was that prevalent in it.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah.
So, but because it's Kevin Costner, you have to give him the bigger role.
100%.
But it's still a good movie,
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything else that you want to
I actually have a few things here. So,
okay.
Well, I kind of want to go back to Apartment 7A, which is the prequel to Rosemary's Baby. And this is just for people out there that if you like a movie and it's not available, which is mostly like Netflix, Hulu, some of Disney, Paramount Plus, and they're not going to release it because the only way that you could watch it is on their streaming channel because they go off of views and hours. You can order through, through eBay out of country, and a lot of these come from like Taiwan and stuff, and they're all in English. You may have to deal with that country's subtitles down below, but they normally do a good job. Like I got Six Underground, which is Michael Bay that way. This is produced by Michael Bay and some other people. And I think that it was worth picking up. So you technically can get it here, but it's a DVD and it's out of print already. Or you can get one that's has Rosemary's Baby and this on it, but it's expensive. So I think they officially released it and then just didn't. So for people that are in, these are all Blu-ray. So it's kind of how I also got Frantic, the Harrison Ford movie. I had to order that overseas to get the widescreen version. So you guys, if you find stuff that you can't get, Prey, the Predator movie, for a while did not come out. And I was able to get it kind of the same way. So, which I kept because it looks perfectly fine, but now it's available. So
Reggie has a question for you, John. Are shipping costs very expensive?
No.
For these movies?
Like $20.
Total, or he's just specifically shipping costs?
No, like a total, maybe like with shipping and handling, tax and all that, probably like $25. It's below 30 because a lot of these, the shipping and handling is free. It does take like a month or so for you to get it, because it's coming over in a boat. Yeah. But you could find these and they're worth picking up because they look really good. They sound really good. They're just foreign. Some could be bootlegs, but they still look great because they download them right from Hulu or right from Netflix. Like if you want the Zack Snyder ones that just came out, that Rebel Moon, they're not available here. But you could find them like this with, like the Chinese writing or something on the side for like $20 each.
Nice.
So
nice. Deadpool says Ash was kind of insane science fiction movie. I've not seen that yet. Have you seen Ash?
I haven't heard of it. No.
I think it just came out last week. Gail says Peter Falk says Bay of Pigs was his idea in In-Laws.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So Gail is older. And the In-Laws was a movie that was made back in the 70s with Peter Falk and oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Peter. Oh my god.
Frampton.
No, I'm blanking on his name. It was in Glengarry Glen Ross and a shitload of movies.
Peter Parker.
No.
Peter Piper.
No.
Pick a Pepper.
Well, he did pick a pepper, but
Peter Cushing.
Oh my god, I'm totally blanking. In-Laws is a funny movie from the 70s. So which a lot of those movies were always political or had some sort of satire to them.
Ash right now has a 74 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a pretty good score. 6 out of 10 on IMDb. Ash, let's see. Ash is a 2025 American science fiction horror thriller film directed by Flying Lotus, writer director Joni Remler. It stars Elza Gonzalez, Aaron Paul. Oh, that's right. It's with the new one with Aaron Paul from yeah, bitch, from Breaking Bad.
It's Christian Point. Yes, Alan Arkin. Thank you, Peter Falcon and Alan Arkin.
Okay.
I think they did a remake of it, which was supposed to be awful.
Yeah.
Like from a few years ago.
Jeff Keaton says In-Laws was funny as hell. I don't remember. I don't know if I don't think I've seen that. So, well, I will mention something then that I picked up also today. And this is a movie that I love. I have not seen it in years. I remember loving it. Seen it a few times. It's been so long since I've seen it that I did not even remember Jim Caviezel being a part of it, and that's Count of Monte Cristo.
I want that, yeah.
I did not own this, and I love the movie, and I love Jim Caviezel as an actor. Person of Interest, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. But Jim Caviezel's great, but also Guy Pearce and amongst many others. But Counting Monte Cristo, a very good movie. It's one that should have been on my shelf and wasn't. And I think maybe it's, been one of those I'm like, oh, looking for a Blu-ray or this or that or whatever. I seen it for $3 today. I was like, I'm just going to grab it. And this way I have it. And if I can ever upgrade it, then I will.
And it's from the same director of this.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, man. Great movie right there.
Yeah, that's Randall Wallace, who has worked with Mel Gibson with Braveheart. So he directed that too, Count of Monte Cristo. So I want to pick that one up because I want to collect his movies. So yeah, okay. This is one of the best action films or war films I've ever seen. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. So
yeah, very, very good one. I do love war movies. And even like the Pacific or Band of Brothers, even if they're mini series or whatever, what was the one just came out on Apple TV where it's like Master of the Skies or something?
Master of Puppets?
Masters of the Air.
Oh, I was close.
Yes, you were. But that was phenomenal there as well. But, like movies like 1918, Greyhound, I love a well put together war movie. I just really Wind Talkers is another phenomenal one. But that one that you got there, John, is absolutely phenomenal. Very, very great movie. Yeah. Is that a recent pickup or something you just watched?
No, recent pickup. All of these are pretty much recent pickups. So
okay, nice. Well, the last movie that I have to show that I picked up today, I need to get a new case for because it has stickers all over the case that are going to just ruin it trying to get them out of here. But this is Firestarter 2, which I did not know existed. But here's my thought. As a horror movie collector, I mean, the original Firestarter is a pretty good movie. The remake that came out on Hulu or whatever a couple years ago, pretty terrible. I mean, it was boring. We just didn't need it. But this, I mean, when you put Malcolm McDowell and Dennis Hopper in a movie, it doesn't mean it's going to be a great movie, but it means it's something that I'm interested in seeing. But
Malcolm McDowell plays a Native American.
Oh, that's funny.
It was telling
me that this is like, is this like a mini series or something?
Yeah, it was a sci-fi 2-part mini series, and okay. It is. I have it as a double feature with the original Firestarter because I collect Stephen King, and that is the only reason why I would own it is because it's Stephen King related, and it is a sequel to the Drew Barrymore one, which I thought was a really good movie, even though it was was it George C. Scott who plays a Native American in that one, and then they gave it to Malcolm McDowell for the sequel.
You know what? Back in the day, white man play red man quite often.
Yes.
So,
but that was the one good thing about the remake, is that they did actually get like a Native American to play a Native American. So that worked out. That did have some okay stuff in it, but overall, the remake was pretty bad. So
yeah, I'm like trying to peel off, because this was a rental.
Use
And it's funny, it says new release. Well, I'm just gonna replace the case altogether, because the artwork is still fine. The case is a nightmare.
That is a lot.
So,
yeah.
I'll just replace the case. Because sometimes especially if you're ever, pro tip, peeling stickers off your cases, take the artwork out. So as you're digging into them or, rubbing them, you're not damaging the artwork underneath. But I'm just going to replace the case altogether. I have a lot of extras. So.
I think all the ones that I'm showing are Goodwill, and they have those awful side stickers. And yeah, I take out the sleeve and then lay it flat and just spray Goo Gone on it, leave it for a couple hours, and then it peels right off. So
yeah. Oh, I usually don't even wait that long, but somebody must have jacked my Goo Gone, because I usually have a spray bottle of Goo Gone sitting right here, and it's not here right now. But yes, you are correct. Goo Gone is amazing on the sticker residue. So what do you have next? I gotta go grab something before my next pickups, but go ahead with what you have.
Well, I'll show two, because I know I have a lot more than you do. So I'll show two. This is a film, and people may go, what? That I turned off twice. I just could not get into it. And this is an Academy Award winning movie.
Ooh.
So I found it at Goodwill. It was only, normally their Blu-rays are like $4.99. They actually labeled this as $2.99. So I picked it up. And that is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Ooh. Fluffy and I tried to watch that, and we turned it off after like 20 minutes. It was so fucking boring.
I could not get into it. And I love multiverses and time travel and all that shit. And I could not get into it.
It got off to such a slow start. It was just, ugh. The cast is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's the film that, I was going to call him Long Duck Dong, but it's the film that Short Brown got the Academy Award for.
Now, have you made it? Have you watched it again and made it all the way through?
No, I'm going to have to sit down and do it. I love Michelle Yeoh, but I'm tired of her. I used to go see all of her movies with Jackie Chan and everything way back in the day before she was even known here. I go to Chinatown with my friends. I've been a big supporter of hers. Now I'm bored. This is also produced by the Russo brothers, who did a lot of the Marvel movies. They've now done 3 bombs in a row. Ooh. So the last one being that Electric Parade or whatever it's freaking called on Netflix, the biggest budget movie of Netflix that totally bombed. So that kind of turns me off. And they're going to be doing the next 2 Marvel movies. These guys are not good directors. They're not good directors. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to have to, I don't know.
That for $3 a Blu-ray, I probably would have picked it up as well. But after Fluffy and I tried watching it, I was like, oh, I am so disappointed. And Fluffy and I both were like, fuck this shit. We just
and it's long. It's 139 minutes.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
What is the next thing you picked up?
This is a VHS tape. So now I do collect VHS tapes from like Michael Bay, which I have all of them, Tom Cruise. I'm starting Nicolas Cage, but may not do all of them. But I am getting all of Tony Scott's movies. Okay. And this one I picked up The Fan.
Oh.
So
yeah. Man, I haven't seen that movie forever.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray of it, and it's from Echo Bridge, and it's one of their ones where they do this type of thing with it. Have you seen those, the Blu-rays that they do with a VHS tape kind of sticks out but it's a Blu-ray.
Oh yes, yeah. To
Yeah,
make
so
it
I have
look
it
like-
both. So I have the actual VHS tape now, and the Blu-ray that's the fake VHS tape.
Okay,
So
very
yeah.
cool.
So and for those who don't know, Tony Scott is the father of chaos cinema. Without him, we would not have really even his brother, but or Michael Bay or a lot of these people, because he pretty much created chaos cinema. So
Yeah. Well, do me a favor, entertain everybody for just a second. I got to go grab these other two pickups. I'll be right back.
okay, I am here to entertain you. So let's see. Let me look at any things here that I could see in the. Let's see. So we got Christian, good one. I actually enjoyed that movie. A lot of people did. And I'm definitely in the minority on that. Maybe I have to give it a third try.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm willing to give it a second try.
House of G-Fam is saying it was great. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Everything Everywhere is such a great movie. Give it a chance. Watch all the way through. It's worth owning. Okay, maybe I'll do a little cocaine and keep myself awake for a bit.
Cocaine. I miss it.
But oh, the good old days. So Mr. Ward had recently mentioned to me that he had picked up some Funkos at Five Below. Now, John and I did a video on his channel that is up now for their viewing pleasure, is it not?
Yes, it is.
So we did a Funko Pop review video on John's channel. His link is down below if you'd like to check that out. And he showed some Funkos that he'd recently picked up. I kind of reviewed, some of the things that I had and a couple new ones. But I picked up these since then because I got mighty jealous that John found some very cool stuff at Five Below. So I went to Five Below and finally got myself a Beetlejuice Funko Pop. So now all I got to do is track down Michael Keaton and get him to slap his John Hancock across this, which I'm not holding my breath. But with my collection of Funkos being pretty much horror centric or bad guy centric, Beetlejuice needed to be in there.
Yes.
And we talked about this in John's video a little bit, but it says Beetlejuice, not Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. It is with regards to the original Beetlejuice movie as opposed to the new one. I'm not necessarily a fan of the new one. Love the old one, but there it is, Beetlejuice Funko Pop. And it doesn't have any other folks on the back. It's just Beetlejuice. Collect them all. Collection les two. Collection todos. Todos. I forgot. I was just going to go into the Disneyland rant when they're telling you to keep your hands and arms inside the tram at all times. Todos estados, blah 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 blah. I don't know what they say, but I haven't been to Disneyland in a while.
Conos de esta, Casa de Pepe?
Yeah. Squeeze me.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Nacho Taco, Chimichanga.
Del Taco, number 11.
Number 13, sir, out here.
Oh, is it 13? Maybe it's 13 here too. I knew it was down the line.
Double cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries. Yes. So not Mexican, but neither is Del Taco.
Love that.
But Beetlejuice, I got that. I'm very excited about that. And then I'll just show this real quickly since we're on the Funko Funk here. And that's from Batman Returns, the Penguin. So very cool looking Funko there as well. I almost bought Elsa and a few other Disney princesses, but I chose not to. I just got these two. But the Penguin is a great one. John had a couple other Batman related Funkos that were really badass that you need to go watch that video to see. So, which is on his channel.
Yeah, I would show them, but I have too many DVDs right here.
No, don't. They need to watch your video.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. There we go. Okay, so then you should own this. If you don't, this is one of the greatest action movies ever made, written by Shane Black, and it is The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, yeah. Love that movie.
Rennie Harlan, and this is one of those movies. This time period. When is this? This is the 90s, I think. When you can have a kick-ass chick and it not be a girl boss movie, where it would just be where she's not better than the man, where she's not smarter than the man, they're equal.
Yeah.
And that both Samuel L. Jackson and Gina Davis just kick ass in this movie.
Yeah.
And she kicks ass, and you believe it. You believe that she could take on a guy that was like twice her size and win.
And Samuel Jackson, motherfucker.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it even has a great trailer. It's got the song by the King of Soul. Who's the King of Soul? Not James Brown. James Brown. Yeah, James Brown.
Okay.
And it has his song, It's a Man's World, in it. But it ends with, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be anything without a woman or a girl. And that's true in this, that it is a man's world, but it wouldn't be anything without her. So it's a perfect song for that trailer.
I wonder if I own that. I don't think I own a copy of that. So I am going to have to get on the ball. And let's see, long distance, long legs, looking glass. No, I don't own it. It's one I'll have to pick up. And now, so do you just put that in alphabetical order? Where do you put that in your collection there?
In action.
Okay. Yeah. It's got Brian Cox in it. No relation, I believe, to Charlie Cox, but Brian Cox, the OG Hannibal Lecter. Love Brian Cox. But very, very nice pickup there, man. And it just got a 4K release. Decent. Good to know, Nocturno.
Yeah, because this is directed by Rennie Harlan, so this is going to look really good. This is when they were still married, and it's got a great cast in it. And this would either go under action or it could go under Shane Black.
Very cool. Yeah, great flick, man. Great flick. Cinestalker is in the house. What up, Cinestalker? How you doing? Good, sir. Good to see you. Live stream is going well. My camera turned off once on me, but otherwise doing good. But man, Cinestalker, I'm getting so close to being healthy enough to be able to go hang out, but I'm not ready to put any toxins in my body yet, as far as like adult beverages and stuff. So but soon, sir, man, me and Cinestalker will be doing some hanging out. Very much look forward to that. But things are going well, good sir. If we weren't already an hour and a half in, I would say join us, but I just think at an hour and a half we're going to be winding down before too long. But good to see you, sir. Motherfucker, that's a fun flick. That is correct. That is correct. So Kevin Hampton says nachos. Steamy. Steamy. I mean, I do like when you get nachos and the cheese is steaming. Yeah, that is good. Sean 420 you got some beta tapes, and then you got some beta tapes. That's fine.
Beta tapes are good. Can't find those as easy though.
I own one beta tape. One
beta.
And, that is maybe I'll pull it out and show everybody. If anybody has a beta player, let me know. Maybe I'll ship it off. I don't know. It recently got a release from one of the boutique labels. I was disappointed because before that, this beta was worth like over $100, but now not so much. Let's see, Gail, to all the legends, I have to say good night. I have a medical appointment tomorrow morning. Gail, get yourself some rest, sir. Yeah, we are 3 hours ahead of you here, or behind you, whatever. So please, get your rest. Hopefully your appointments go well tomorrow. I will be I have to go back to the doctor. I have to fast after like midnight tonight or whatever, and then I have to go get some blood drawn tomorrow. So I got to drive back down there as well. But hopefully you have a good night. Get some rest, Gail. We'll talk soon.
Have a good night. Thanks, Gail.
Let's see here. I was feeling those THC seltzers last night. Shit. Nice. Over there. Cinestalker boozing it up. That's a good time right there. Beta tapes are weak. Got to go with alphas. Oh, that's Kevin got jokes. Speaking of jokes, man, where's Way Up Dude? We haven't had a good Way Up Dude joke in a while here. So,
well, I flew over to this this podcast. Boy, my arms are tired.
Yep. Way Up Dude's jokes are a little more risque. But I appreciate your effort, sir. Thank you for that. So what else you got over there? What other goodies you got in your stack of goodness?
We got and these are all from, well, most of them except for a couple of them. They're all from Goodwill. So I did find the first season of Buffy.
Oh, okay. Now, I had a friend tell me a while back, a guy that I worked with years ago, say I need to watch Buffy, and I was like, dude, Buffy, that's like a show for little girls. Am I wrong? Do I need to watch Buffy?
Yes and no. And I'll make this fast because I know we want to get out of here soon. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think that she is amazing looking, but I love Willow even more. And of course, she was also band camp girl. So I love to think Willow was at band camp doing things with flutes. And it's a good show that's very dated. Jonathan Moody recommended it to me because I told him that I wanted to watch it. And the entire thing is like in this high school, in this library that nobody goes to. And they have like the older guy who's in there that has them go off on all the adventures to find vampires and werewolves and all that stuff. And I asked Jonathan, I said, I can't get into this because nobody goes into the library. Like nobody, only our main cast. Like, why aren't there people upstairs looking at books and stuff? This doesn't make sense to me that this normal high school would have this library in it. But I mean, at the time I liked Josh Whedon. And I'm willing to give it another chance. I love the original movie. The original film is great.
Okay.
But they don't get into some of the stuff that the movie does because the movie's rated R. Like in the movie, it is a concern that Buffy is on her period because the vampires could smell her blood. And since this is a WB show, I believe, I mean, it's Fox, so I think it's WB. That's not in here. That's completely missing. So I guess it's worth watching. I'm going to give it another try.
Okay. I will say Sarah Michelle Gellar is phenomenal in the new season of Dexter, the Dexter.
Oh, nice.
Whatever it was called, Original Sin. She's great in that show. So fingers crossed that we get a second season of that. Hoping for it.
Okay.
Cinestalker says, I like the movie, but I never got into the show. I don't think I've seen a full episode. Oh, that's funny. I've never seen 1 minute of the movie or show. So
it is dated, but yeah, I like collecting first seasons of stuff I'm interested in. And then if I like it, I'll continue on, but you know, and then I picked up, this is a good one, but once again, it's not, because I was looking it up while I was watching the movie. It's they leave out like a brother. They leave out but it's Legend with Tom Hardy playing the Cray the Cray brothers, and they were twins, and they basically were like the most violent and ruthless gang members or mafia members in the UK. They pretty much controlled the whole city, and one of them is really insane. So it's like one of the twins is gay and very openly gay, and this is like the 60s. And then the other brother is straight and he's got the girlfriend. It's a very interesting, like two of the guys from Spandau Ballet, the two brothers, played them in the movie The Krays. And there's a bunch of documentaries on them. And so they're very interesting mob guys that were incredibly violent.
Okay.
So, but it's got a decent director on it, but there is a third brother, and he's not mentioned once in this. Okay. So who was a boxer and a criminal. So And then I
Very
mentioned to you that I watched this American Sniper. Good movie.
Oh
Very
yeah,
good movie.
great
Clint
film.
Eastwood.
Great film.
Yeah. Good movie, sad movie, but a very good film. And
Yeah.
speaking of Clint Eastwood, I did pick this one up. The Essential Eastwood Action Collection.
Ooh.
It's got 4 films on it. So we are looking at Where Eagles Dare, Kelly's Heroes,
Ooh.
Firefox, and Heartbreak Ridge. None of them which I know.
Ooh. Love Heartbreak Ridge, man. That's good shit. Heartbreak Ridge is good shit.
Yeah, and they're all on their own discs.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
cool.
And I love Heartbreak Ridge because I was going to buy it anyways, but because I'm a big Mario Van Peebles fan, he's in it. So I'm like, oh, cool. Double whammy on that one.
Yeah. Pretty sure I got Heartbreak Ridge. Where would it be? Oh, it'd be buried over here. But yeah, I love Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah, that's a good film. And then I only have 2 left.
Okay.
I picked up Dazed and Confused, which is the Richard Linklater film that has my love in it, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, yeah, I will upset a lot of people. I don't give 2 fucks about that movie. People love that movie, and I should. I mean, the cast is great and everything. I just kind of like, what was the movie everybody was telling me to watch forever, and I finally did it. Idle Hands. Didn't give 2 fucks. Not for me. Not my cup of tea. So yeah.
The great thing about this is everybody and their brother is in it. Like everyone. And then right after this was Matthew McConaughey and what's her face? Who went off to do oh my god, I hate getting old.
Yeah, it sucks.
Bridget Jones, the chick who did Bridget Jones. Then they went off to go do Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation. But and this has the famous McConaughey line in it too, about high school girls. So, and then of course he does the all right a lot through this. So
what is the famous line about high school girls?
The one thing that I love about high school girls is I get older and they stay the same age.
Oh, that's a great line.
Because he hangs out at a high school the entire time.
That's fucking funny. Oh man.
Yeah, I did when I met Mila Jovovich. I got to hang out with her at she has an album called The Divine Comedy, which is great. And so I got to hang out with her at a record release party. And I wanted to talk to her about this, but she didn't want to talk about it because all of her stuff got cut.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the top cast and there she is down there. Who was she? Okay. She's billed 1, 2, 3. She's billed 3rd. Okay. I missed her on that, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another shot.
It's all dialogue. You may not like it, but it's Richard Linklater who does mostly dialogue dependent films. So
yeah, my thing is it's a big stoner film. And I don't give 2 fucks about stoner stuff. So, the stoner comedy, all the stoner that, it's not for me. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why I just,
Yeah, you got to be really into a lot of walking and talking. And that's what Richard Linklater does in a lot of his movies. It's a lot of walking and talking. Yeah. He's done in his later movies, he's more action and he's done some other stuff, but his original movies were all walking and talking, just like Kevin Smith and some of these other guys were all walking and talking.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I do have Dazed and Confused in the garage in my box of comedy stuff. So
yeah, it's good. At some point I'll rewatch it. And then my last one here, a little disappointed with because the insert's missing. But it is the franchise collection, Arnold Schwarzenegger, of Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer.
Nice.
So, yeah, you get both. It's kind of done in like a little booklet, but the thing is missing right here. So the little insert.
Too bad.
So
yeah, it's too
but
bad.
At least I got both movies on it. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's
okay, so Nocturno brought up a great point. And this is where I reserve my right to be a bit of a hypocrite. Cheech and Chong's next movie, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. I'm forgetting the others, but there are like 3 or 4 Cheech and Chong movies that I do love. My thing, and so I think that the difference is a movie like Dazed and Confused or Idle Hands or some of these other movies are where people are like, let's sit around, get baked, and put on a movie. Cheech and Chong are fucking hysterical. You know, it especially in whatever movie it is where they got the van, it's like the work van, and then they kind of turn the sign around and change the steering wheel, you know, and make it into their like cool guy van. Fucking hilarious. You know, or where the helicopter's flying over looking at him and he's in the pool, and they got the pool cover with the weed growing down below, but he rips a hole in it. So he's like fake swimming over the blue pool. Like hilarious stuff. So I do love Cheech and Chong. But that's where, you know, as far as, you know, you can love one thing and not something else, and you're allowed to be a bit of a hypocrite, you know, with, you know, your taste in movies and stuff. And I reserve the right to be a hypocrite. I am. There's a lot of things that, you know, I say, oh, I hate this, but then there is an exception. Preminator, what up, Preminator? How you doing?
They have a new movie coming up. Well, they have a new movie. It's like a documentary movie type of thing. It's not like a full documentary. It's also kind of a film. I just saw the trailer for that last night.
That's cool. Yeah. And Cheech Marin, not too far from here, has I think like a museum and like a performing arts center and stuff, because he was originally from like Riverside, California. And he does a lot of like work with the community and stuff. So, you know, not only are Cheech and Chong very funny dudes, but giving back to the community. They're good guys too. So there's that. So, okay, what else you got over there?
That's it.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Well, I'll be discussing this tomorrow with Donald for film discussion on my channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about the 3 escape plan movies.
Okay.
So we'll do that. The funny thing is, with the first film, is there's Jim Caviezel played Jesus, the Son of God, in The Passion of the Christ. Sam Neill, the great Sam Neill, one of my favorite actors, who plays the doctor in this, Jim Caviezel plays the warden. Sam Neill played Damien, son of the devil, in The Omen 3, The Final Conflict. So you have both Jesus and Damien in this movie. So the son of Christ and the son of the devil are both in this movie.
That is hilarious. I'm going to share something really quick here. There is some movie news that we never got to. We kind of got sidetracked. So if I can get that on there. Believe it or not, yes, that is Tony Todd. Before he passed away, that is an image of him from the new Final Destination movie. And obviously you can tell with how thin, how skinny he is. He was obviously sick and battling cancer at the time there. But for fans of the Final Destination franchise, it is good for us and fans of Tony Todd that we will get to see him one more time in a Final Destination movie. So very happy about that. Also, we should mention Linda Cardellini has officially signed on to star in the Friday the 13th series Crystal Lake as Pamela Voorhees. I don't know who Linda Cardellini is, so I'm going to search her real fast.
She was in Freaks and Geeks and dated Jason Segel. And the film Forgetting, oh my God.
Sarah Marshall?
Yes, is based on her.
Okay. Okay.
She's also in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Okay, so she is Sarah Marshall in that movie? Is that no, the blonde?
No, the movie's based on their relationship.
Okay. So she was in Hawkeye, Avengers Endgame. So she's been, a lot of stuff. So upcoming, it says well, Crystal Lake and some other shit that I don't know what it is. But Linda Cardellini, so going to be Pamela Voorhees. And then Saw XI. Saw 11 was removed from Lionsgate release schedule. So that pretty much confirms it is toast. So that's a bit of a bummer. Let's see.
But it could be a TV series.
Could be. Hey, I mean, well, I'll take any Saw that I can get. Jack Rayner to star in Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Don't know who Jack Rayner is. But there's progress with Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Lee Cronin, I don't give two fucks about, because that is Evil Dead Rise guy. So Clown in a Cornfield slasher movie unveils a full trailer. I hate to say it because it sounds so B-movie cheese, but Clown in a Cornfield looks pretty fun. It's like they took an indie movie and gave them some real money and really put it together well. So very much looking forward to that. So a little bit of news today. Disappointed about Saw 11, happy about Final Destination, and at least there's progress with Crystal Lake. So we need that in our lives. So anything else going on you want to talk about, John, before we call it?
No, I'll probably be doing a whole separate video with all of this stuff on my own channel. And Donald Wills and I will be doing film discussion tomorrow with Escape Plan. And then the following month, next month, will be all the Expendables movies. Okay. So we're doing that. And I think that's about it for now.
Okay. Yeah. 6 hours ago, Billy the Puppet warns the game is never over for the Saw franchise. Lionsgate has pulled the release from the schedule and put Strangers Chapter 2 in its place, which I'm kind of looking forward to the Strangers Chapter 2. Chapter 1 was the same fucking movie as the first one, but I kind of want to see that. Is there let's see. But horror icons never die, and rarely do their franchises either. That's supported by a statement from Saw's pint-sized icon, who all but vows that the franchise will continue in some form. Billy the Puppet, via Lionsgate, told THR, "I've seen the rumors. They say it's game over. You should all know me better than that. The game is not over." So I there's no way they're going to let the Saw franchise.
Oh no, I heard it's a TV series that they decided not to make 11, but Saw 11, but they want to do it as a TV series. My only concern about that is you better friggin' film this stuff fast, because
if you're using Tobin Bell,
yeah, I mean it's if this is, let's say, for Netflix or something, and they're going to do, let's say, 6-8 episodes, you better film all of his stuff at once. Yeah. You know, just know the entire story, and then go, okay, so Jigsaw will be in episode 1, episode 3, he'll be in episode 4, then episode 6, and then he'll be in the final episode, and film all his stuff at once.
Yeah.
Because that could be,
you know what,
problem.
And not to be mean or anything, but Shawnee Smith, man, 20 years since the original movie came out, and she looks every bit of 20 years older. So Shawnee Smith, man, she ain't getting any younger either. If you're going to keep using her, you got to do something. Yeah,
and I don't think that we had a problem with how they looked in Saw 10, because we just wanted Saw 10. We wanted them back.
Yeah,
so I'm willing to accept her looking older, because between 2 and 3, there's no way she looks like that anymore. But I'm willing to take it because it's her.
I agree. In Saw X, I'm like, oh, she looks fucking old. but it was still cool to see her in the movie. So yes, I was forgiving. I noticed, but I was forgiving. Let's see. House of GFam says Linda Cardellini is Velma. What, in like a Scooby-Doo movie or something?
The two
I've
Scooby-Doo
never,
movies. Yeah.
okay, I've never seen those. Not big into comedies and stuff. But okay. Today we also finally saw a release of a release date for Strangers Chapter 2. Yes. So taking the place of Saw. So probably the end of September, right? I did enjoy Strangers Chapter 1. Did you like it? I look forward to the sequel. So Strangers Chapter 1. If you saw the original Strangers movie, same fucking thing. It was frustrating.
It's a remake.
So, yeah. I wish they would have billed it as such, you know, when it came out. It wasn't really advertised as that.
No, it made it seem like it was a prequel.
OGP loves Chucky. Not. There's your not joke of the night. I understand. I have no ill will toward Chucky or Chucky fans. I just don't care. I'm not going to throw away the box set or anything. It's going to sit on my shelf and collect dust, but I wish I liked it better.
You just don't like anything.
No, I don't. That and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Don't like nothing.
Let's see here. Linda Cardellini was in Good Burger and episodes of Boy Meets World. Says Wicked Network. A couple things that I have never seen. Are you a Good Burger fan, sir?
No, I think it's a Nickelodeon show, you know, way past my time, you know, as far as age goes. Like Jonathan Moody would know all that stuff because he's like 20 years younger than me.
What children's show did you grow up on? Fraggle Rock? Loved Fraggle Rock. Definitely loved Fraggle Rock. And Fraggle Rock, I remember that was like in HBO's heyday. You know, when you would get the big HBO flying across the screen. Da, 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 and the lights flying around and everything. Loved Fraggle Rock back then, and usually it would be like Fraggle Rock and then a movie would come on afterwards and stuff. But man, so many shows from childhood that we could talk about, but I think maybe we save those for another day. Let's see. So Sean says Pumpkinhead. Well, I don't think we've talked to Pumpkinhead today. Let's see what Pumpkinhead has going on real quick. Yeah, Pumpkinhead's over there just trying to fuck people up. Yeah, that's what he does. So, but anyways, well, it's been a pleasure, John. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, sure. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you everybody for joining us.
Definitely, always. And we'll be same bat time, same bat channel next Monday. If you're free, John, I'd love to have you back. Maybe we'll get Robert or Cinestalker or somebody else to join us as well. Do a little panel gig or something sometime. But a couple movies coming out this week to go see. We'll talk about those next week and a lot more. John has his Funko Pop video up right now. Between now and next Monday, is anything else going to be released on your channel?
The film discussion, and then probably my own video with most of the stuff I've shown. So
there you go. Well, everybody, make sure you are subscribed to John, and
please.
You know, and that link is down below. So do that, and thank you all for hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. We're gonna go away now. John's cat is yelling at him, saying, feed me, fucker, or pet me, or love me. Stop neglecting me, asshole. I think
both of them. They're going crazy out there.
Oh, wow. All right, everybody, have yourselves a good night. We shall see you later. Bye bye.